Over the last few days, I've received a bunch of messages from a lot of you out there wondering what is going on with the potential bans, because as most of you know, the game put out a message a few days ago saying they are monitoring a certain XP exploit in the game and that if people continue to abuse it, they will get banned. So in today's video, we're going to go over a few details of what's happened between then and now and answer some of the questions you've sent the channel. What's up, my YouTube family? Graybeard with the Gaming Brigade, back with another Division 2 video, and today, my friends, it's going to be a quick recap of what's been going on in the game over the last 48 hours. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, and we are having a giveaway for a PlayStation 5, but as always, I'll save that information until the end of the video. Now, as most of you know, the game put out a message a few days back talking about an XP exploit in the game and the fact that they were going to ban people if they continued to do it. Now, they started monitoring everything yesterday, so for any of you out there that are continuing to do this, I can pretty much guarantee a ban will be handed to you at some point in the near future. Now, one of the biggest concerns a lot of you in the community had was if you could accidentally do this glitch and not know it, and the simple answer is no. There is no way you could accidentally do this thing. You have to go to a specific mission with another person, you have to glitch out the game entirely. So once again, to be clear, there is no way you could have accidentally done this, and not only that, if you have done this glitch, there's no way you can hide it whatsoever, because in this game, it is impossible to legitimately get the amount of XP that people who have been doing this have been earning in the amount of time they've been earning it, and that's what the game is monitoring, and there's no way to hide those analytics if this is something that you've done. Now, one of the reasons the game said they were doing this is because it was causing major lagging in the game, and for most of you out there, and this is something I've said in previous videos, there have been certain aspects of this game that have been completely and totally unplayable. One thing I've talked about before is for me and my gameplay, and this is also based on the feedback you've sent me as well, but I have not been able to play Countdown in weeks, and that is something that has never happened in my gameplay before. And over the last 2 weeks, every single time I logged into play, I would join a group, everything would be fine, but the moment that the actual Countdown mission began, when we saw the timer, which you can see on screen, half of the squad would disappear. They would all be disconnected for whatever reason, and when that took place, needless to say that every other agent that was left in the group decided to bail as well, because you're not joining this thing just to play with 4 people. You want a group of 8, even though you could get it done in 4. You know what I mean? The point is this: it was not working properly. Now, obviously, the threat of the bans was to hopefully fix the issues that we were having in these game modes. And from what I can tell as of this morning, it seems to have done the trick, because the footage you're looking at right now is from this morning, and this is the first time I've been able to actually jump into Countdown in weeks. It was completely smooth. There were no disconnections. I got like 3 exotics to drop, so it seems that there has been a drastic change in the quality of the gameplay itself. But remember, this is just my experience on Xbox Series X. Yours could be much different. It is not about my gameplay, it's about the community. So if you're still having any issues whatsoever, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Now, one thing I want to mention really quick before we move on is a few of you reached out to the channel asking me why haven't I been talking about this over the last few weeks. And to be honest with you, up until the game put out that tweet about the exploit, I had no idea this thing existed. Once they put out that tweet, I asked around, like, hey, what are people talking about? And they're like, oh, it's the Fei Lao glitch, when you go to Camp White Oak, blah, 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 whatever it is. And it's not because I don't follow what's going on in the game. It's because, honestly, agents, there are always glitches and exploits going on in this game nonstop. You can't keep track of this stuff. Now, one thing I always want to do with the channel is make sure I always share things with you that can only help your gameplay and not hurt it in any way whatsoever. So in my mind, if something is questionable, I completely stay away from it. And if there are videos out there that talk about how to glitch this or glitch that, honestly, I do not watch them, because for me, if it's not something that I intend to share with you, chances are I'll probably stay away from it. And again, look, if that's something you want to do, that's fine, go for it. But again, if there are consequences, you got to pay them. And in my opinion, when it starts affecting the entire game, that's when it becomes an issue. It seems that was the case, and please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Which now brings me to talking about cheating cheating and player versus player and how that needs to become a priority in this game. It always seems that certain things can get fixed very quickly, but I know for a lot of you who are in the Dark Zone, and mostly this is on PC, but I know other people deal with it as well, there is constant cheating going on, and it seems the cheaters never get, any repercussions whatsoever. Now, I sincerely hope, and keep in mind, this is coming from someone who rarely goes into the Dark Zone. And actually, I realize I can't make that statement anymore because I have been going in the Dark Zone a lot to try to farm for the Eagle Bear and the Ravenous, but anyway, the point is this. I'm primarily a PvE player, and I know for a fact that the PvP community have been put on the back burner for way too long, and I sincerely hope moving forward these changes start to happen for them because it is long overdue. Last but not least today, agents, I want to talk about Title Update 17.2 and make it very clear they did not implement that today. We have not been given a date as yet on when we can expect it, and I know there are a lot of us who are really waiting for that to happen because it should be bringing a lot of fixes to the game we've wanted to see for a while, and as always, once I have that info, I will definitely pass it along. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. Now, as always, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know, and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. And as most of you know by now, we are currently having a giveaway at the channel for a PlayStation 5. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced May 4th of this year. On that note, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out, but I want to take a moment as always and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel, and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
To access the lab.
Area secure.
Torres sees you. Helo inbound. Torres is in position.